Which of these former Oilers would you most like to see on Connor's line? Alex Hemsky, Doug Weight, or Ryan Smith?
I have to pick one?
Yeah, just one.
I'm gonna...
Feeling hot in here. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on Above Average. If you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Had a lot of fun with this video, guys. You guys are really going to enjoy it if you're an Oilers fan, of course. Yeah, but before we get into this video, I just want to say the last two videos, well, primarily the last video I did, I got a lot of heat, okay? That was just my opinion, guys. Yes, I was heated. I was a little mad, and that's okay. There's a comment section down below for a reason. You guys let me hear it. You guys are calling me idiots. Someone called me pathetic. I think it was funny. Really, all comments are good comments as long as you're not being too rude to me. I really don't care. You know, that was just my opinion. A lot of people think I'm an idiot.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
As soon as I heard that trade, called my bro, called my dad, I called a few people that I worked with, and we all thought the same thing. I'm like, man, you know, I'm onto something. I posted on my Insta story. I had like 10 people like it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely in the right here. I upload a video on it. I go to work. I come back, and I'm just getting absolutely shredded in the comments. So
everybody love everybody!
Why you have to be mad?
But with that out of the way, we've got a good one for you today. As you've seen in the thumbnail, we're talking about what if McDavid played with 3 former Oilers. So we're going from anyone, we're excluding anyone from the 80s. We're going 90s and up. I had a lot of fun with this video. You know, it's kind of hypothetical. There's a lot of skillful players that played in the 90s, you know, the 2000s and the 2010s that never got a chance to lace them up with Connor McDavid. And in this video, we're going to be, I picked 3 players who I think were perfect matches, would have been just unreal fits, you know, skating down the ice with 97. With that being said, guys, if you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to leave a like. This video did take quite a bit of time. Please, if you like this video, just click a like. It took me like 8 hours. It's going to take me at least 8 hours to edit this thing, so I'm asking for 1 second of your time. Can you do that? I certainly hope so. With that being said, let's get right into this thing. And at number 3, the third Dream Oiler, who I think would have been just unreal on Connor McDavid's line, we've got Doug Weight. Doug Weight was an absolute menace for the Oilers in the 90s. He was a complete package, an elite passer. He displayed puck handling of pure excellence. His shot was lethal and pinpoint accurate. He expressed his creativity with his high hockey IQ that he displayed on any given night. And he was tough. I mean, what more could you want as a McDavid Linemate? Doug Weight was touted as one of the league's most complete players at the time, which is everything any team could ask for. During his time as an Oiler, he was able to rack up an impressive 577 points in just 588 games, a little under a point per game performer in the orange and blue. And he was able to do this with Bill Guerin and Ryan Smith on his side. So I just got to quickly shout out my stepdad. He kind of helped me out with this one. Did I watch Doug? No, not really. So this is what he thinks. This is what he saw as a player. So shout out, Frank. I really appreciate you. Now, I mean, just imagine what McDavid and Doug Weight could have done. Obviously, they're both centers, but that's an easy fix, as either one of them could have been slotted on the left side. Doug Weight was able to put up a very respectable 104 points without McDavid. Just imagine how well those two would have complemented each other. Just close your eyes and imagine that. Okay, you got it. Next, Ryan freaking Smith. When you think of Oilers, the majority of people immediately think Wayne Gretzky. But any true Oilers fan knows that Ryan Smith is probably the most fan favorite player the organization will ever have. When this guy spoke, Edmonton listened. He was truly the heart and soul of this team whenever he donned the orange and blue. And you could tell he really knew how much it meant to be an Edmonton Oiler.
And saluting this capacity crowd.
So now that that's out of the way, Trevor, what makes you think Ryan Smith would have been a good fit for Connor McDavid? Well, let's first just look at the mentorship and experience value a player like Smitty would bring to Connor's line. Smitty was far from the best skater out there, and even Smitty said his shot was pretty mediocre at best. But where he lacked on skill, he made up for his unprecedented work ethic and his very underrated hockey IQ. Smitty was never the fanciest player on the ice, but he knew what to do and when to do it. Do any of you guys know who Patrick Maroon is? A few of you might know who Patrick Maroon Maroon is? Well, Connor almost single-handedly made him a 30-goal scorer back in 2016-17. No hate on Patty Maroon, but he's no Ryan Smith. Smitty's office was in front of the net, and that's where Patty Maroon got the majority of those goals. Smitty's office was in front of the net. That's where he pretty well scored all 126 power play goals that he scored. Now, just imagine Connor and Smitty on the line. I'm just joking. But it's true. Smitty is like Maroon with way more skill. His dogged effort on any given night would go such a long way with Connor McDavid. Putting his body on the line, the mentorship he'd provide on the bench, you name it. Smitty put up pretty respectable numbers. Playing with McDavid could have made him easily become a 100-point player in my opinion. I would have loved to see what prime Smitty and Connor McDavid would have been able to do on the same line. I really do think like that would have been perfect. McDavid seems to gel well with, players that just go in front of the net. And I mean, Smitty made a living there. Honestly, man, yes, just imagining Smitty with Connor McDavid, I feel like it would have been a perfect fit, like a nice glove, right? Before I give my number one dream former Oiler line mate, I just want to say that 1 and 2 are so interchangeable. It really is that close. Both of these players could have easily been number 1. I just have some reasoning as to why I put number 1 at number 1 and Smitty in second. So, with that being said, at number 1, we've got Zach Stortini. No, I'm just joking. Fucking Zach. Who remembers Zach? Zach gave me aspirations like, Dad, I might be able to make it. Zach's in the league. Zach Stortini or Zach Gassian. I don't know. They're both goofballs. At number 1, we've got, and you might have guessed it, Ales Hemsky.
Number 83, Ales Hemsky.
Wing, Hemsky enters the zone, swirling into the high slot, away from Wheeler, attacks the net, scores!
Hemsky was my first favorite Oiler. This guy's dangles were some of the slickest I have ever seen. Not a bad shot, a pretty good skater, but boy, he could literally deke through defenders. I'd argue just as good as McDavid. That might be a hot take. Guys, don't roast me. I'm just saying it. Like, who the heck am I? Don't take this to heart. I'm just saying he was unreal, is what I'm getting at. Ales Hemsky truly couldn't have been an Oiler at a worse time, however. I remember him being injured more than he was healthy, and it really sucked. It did. But when Hemsky was in his prime, and when Hemsky was healthy, there is no other player I can think of that would have gelled with Connor as much as him. The thing that often gets overlooked with McDavid is his patience with the puck. This skill literally only comes with practicing plays over and over and over again. It was one of the first things I noticed when McDavid entered the league, and that was one skill Hemsky possessed that not a lot of players do. I'd see him just, dangle one guy and, they'd be thinking shot and then he'd dangle him again and the goaltender would be thinking shot, he'd pass. He knew the play that was right and was correct and, it showed on like almost every single one of his highlight reels that I can show. He was super patient with the puck and, this is something that Connor is as well. Does he go for the shot? No, he goes around you and then is he shooting? No, and then it's backhand goal. So patience is like virtue and man, Ales Hemsky had it. The highlight reel goals these guys would have been able to put up would have been incredible to watch. And one of the biggest reasons I have Hemsky number 1 is because he easily had the worst supporting cast out of Smitty and White. His best year offensively was when the Oilers made their cup run, when they had a pretty good team around him. He notched an impressive 77 points in just 81 games. Hemsky was always more of a passer than a goal scorer, and seeing how much Connor is a goal scorer now, it makes this all make more sense. He would have been passing the Connor would have been, and he could score, people don't sleep on Hemsky's shot and his goal scoring abilities, man. Hemsky to McDavid or McDavid to Hemsky, whatever way you want to say it. It's kind of like Connor and Leon, maybe not as much, but they would have put the puck in the net. But all of those reasons, that's why I have Ales Hemsky as my number 1 former Oiler McDavid line mate. Say that 10 times fast. This is all hypothetical, guys, and it's just fun to look back and ask yourself, what if? What if Hemsky got drafted in like 2014, like right before McDavid, and they both go into their primes at the same time? It would have been really cool. That goes for Smitty and White as well. I'm curious to know what you guys would, am I missing an Oiler? Do you think, Sean Horkoff, honorable mention to him? Taylor Hall, he kind of had his run. Same with Jordan Eberle, so I excluded them. But if I forgot someone, if I didn't name someone you guys think is an obvious pick, obviously, freaking drop a comment down below. Any comment's a good comment, guys. This was just a fun video. Don't take any of this to heart, please. Who am I? Like I said, who am I? I'm just editing videos, guys. I'm making videos, I'm making content for you guys. I'm getting, traction. Any comment's a good comment, and that's kind of what I'm getting at with this. But without further ado, if you made it this far, definitely leave a like. Take her easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one. And don't be average when you can be above average. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.